As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock, back again at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center, 20 minutes south of downtown Pittsburgh for the nightcap on PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL channel, part of TenbandTV, presented by Valley Brook Capital. Familiarity breeds contempt, and the latest chapter of this ferocious South Hills rivalry between the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils and Upper St. Clair Panthers comes with stakes for the home team. The Blue Devils are officially in the Penguins Cup playoffs for the fourth consecutive year under head coach Jeremy Church with a result of any kind, preferably a win, but also if they simply extend this game to overtime. 1 point, that's it. The magic number is 1 for the Blue Devils coming into Week 18. The Upper St. Clair Panthers under third-year head coach and all-star coach Dave Stock. Now, they are in the Penguins Cup playoffs by virtue of holding the tiebreaker over Cathedral Prep, which is the last bubble team not yet to be eliminated in Class AAA. Upper St. Clair and Mount Lebanon both have 19 points. Upper St. Clair is in 6th place, Mount Lebanon in 7th, because Upper St. Clair has the point percentage tiebreaker on the Blue Devils. But Mount Lebanon won the last game between these clubs 4-3 in a shootout on Upper St. Clair's senior night back on January 4th at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon. They say revenge is a dish best served cold. Well, last February, Upper St. Clair came in here and dominated the Blue Devils on Lebo's senior night, and Mount Lebanon turned the favor, courtesy of a season-high 33 saves by Quinn Lynham and a shootout clinching goal by Sawyer Klasnick. Klasnick, the Mount Lebanon senior captain and National Merit Scholar, wearing number 18 in yellow. Warming up off to our right, Klasnick and Xavier Bias, the exciting freshman, co-leading the Blue Devils with an identical 11 goals, 7 assists, and 18 points. Bias, a PIHL All-Star like Klasnick, wearing number 68, the highest scoring freshman in PIHL Class AAA. Bias with 5 points, including a pair of goals in his last 4 games, a Shaha Panthers product. And Klasnick with 3 goals for the Blue Devils in their last 4 PIHL outings. Now, for the Panthers these days, it seems like as Eli Rankin goes, so goes the team. Rankin, number 31 in black, warming up off to our left, coming in with 14 goals, second most in the AAA classification, tied with Cam Martin, and 23 points to lead the visiting Panthers. Rankin with 4 goals in his last 2 league games, but if the Blue Devils can take him away, as Rankin scored a goal and an assist for USC in the last meeting between these clubs, who steps up for the Panthers? And right now, the Panthers, frankly, need guys to step up. Well, keep your eye on Dylan Yealy. Yealy, number 17 in black, with 5 goals and 17 points on his junior season. He could be an X-factor offensively for USC. USC really just trying to get its act together as they finished out the second half of the season with a playoff spot secured. USC has lost 6 of their last 7 overall. 4 in a row during that skid were 1-goal games. 3 losses in a row at one point came after regulation time. So last year, the Panthers made the Penguins Cup final for the first time under Dave Stock as a lower seed, as an underdog. So this USC team knows sprinters don't win marathons, but with that being said, the race is heating up and the Panthers really need to start running. The Blue Devils, as I said, they're in with a win tonight. They can finish as high as second place, depending upon the penalty minute tiebreaker with Pine Richland. Their remaining schedule after tonight: Central Catholic on the road next Thursday, Baldwin at home, and they close out with a rematch against Bethel Park. Now, the first meeting between those clubs was a heartbreaker for the Blue Devils, who lost the lead with a second to go in regulation and eventually lost in OT. Upper St. Clair, as of last week, clinching their 8th playoff berth in the last 9 years, their 2nd straight under Stock, and their 42nd Penguins Cup playoff berth all time as a program. That is remarkable in 53 years of organized hockey at USC. Greats and Mary, once again, the USA Hockey crew working the game. In goal for Upper St. Clair, they're going back to their all-star sophomore Owen Laurent. And it'll be Quinn Lynham between the pipes again for the Blue Devils as the Panthers push this puck left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device to begin the game. Christian Teta around the boards for Connor Ribstein. Klasnick, the Lebo captain. Poke check by Rankin. Eli Rankin, the Panthers' leading scorer, goes up to 17 in black. Dylan Yealy, that capable junior we mentioned in pregame. Panthers trying to get their cycle going on the first shift of the hockey game here as the Blue Devils play it up near side. Luke Eberhardt, the all-star senior defenseman and alternate captain, sends it through center for Mount Lebanon. Colin McCarthy, Upper St. Clair captain, retreating defensively as it's worked up ahead to Luke Fisher. Fisher sends it to the corner. Brian Offerman defensively for Lebo. For Ribstein. Ribstein trying to lead it on for Xavier Bias. Bias 1-on-2. Poke checked by Nevin Shigan-Sanoski. Nevin, the younger brother to all-star defenseman Rory Shigan-Sanoski. One of four all-star players, I should say, selected from Dave Stock's club. Griffin Krupp, the freshman from Mount Lebanon, shooting wide of goal as Laurent watches it go by. Krupp with a good keep at the left point. Bias goes in after it. Bias taken off that puck neatly by Rory Shigan-Sanoski. Up to center it comes now to Ryan Bonomo. Bonomo in on Lynham, who knocks it aside. Bonomo trying to go out in front. This backdoor play is broken up by the Blue Devils. Krupp got in the way as Lynham makes a kick save from long range. Mount Lebanon icing this puck with 1:54 gone by. Quinn Lynham, third in minutes played, 773, third in total saves made among AAA netminders, with 365 of those entering week 18. 8 wins individually for Lynham as a goaltender this season, second most in the classification. Now, we told you Mount Lebanon can finish as high as second place with 4 games remaining in their season. Upper St. Clair, with 4 games remaining, can go as high as third or as low as 8th. Still a lot of ifs at play for both these clubs as Mount Lebanon is in with a win tonight. Panthers over the line, 1-on-3 is Drew Lesak. Lesak playing it in the corner for USC. As it's poked up to Caden Lane. Lane gains the red line and dumps it in. Laurent knocks it aside just before Jackson Bell could get to it for Lebo. Church making a change behind the play as the Panthers gain center and dump it in. Now Stock and the Panthers changing on the go as well. Matthew Williams over the blue line. Drop pass to Lane. Lane toward goal, that never made it there. That's Jacob Lehman on manning the right point, the Mount Lebanon senior. Lehman had a goal and an assist the last time these teams met in Castle Shannon back on the 4th of January. Rankin up ahead, couldn't find that puck, leaves it for Yealy. Yealy 1-on-2 to the net. Had it roll off his stick and in on Lynham. Face-off to Lynham's left is controlled by Mount Lebanon. Krupp up the boards. Settled down at center by Colin McCarthy. McCarthy, the PIHL All-Star, concedes to Krupp. Ribstein, also an All-Star selection for the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils, watches it go up to Klasnick. Ribstein down the left side as Lehman plays it across the USC blue line. Klasnick knocked to his side as he takes a whack at Ely before Ely came off for the Panthers. This puck gloved down out of midair by Owen Mucho, and the junior will send it to his captain, McCarthy. McCarthy up for Nico Gallardini. Gallardini comes off for a line change early in a scoreless first. Lead pass now to Braden Wirtz. Wirtz 1-on-2. Dumps it in on Laurent. Laurent covers. Owen Laurent entering week 18, second in goals against average at .207. Tied for the overall AAA lead in save percentage entering the week with a .919 mark. 2 shutouts on the year for the promising sophomore. 6 victories individually, 1 OT loss and 1 shootout loss as well. Ranking 8th in both minutes played and total saves made. 542 and 251 respectively. Tetlow for Wirtz. Wirtz chips it around Nevin Shigan-Sanowski. Lesak centering for Chase McDougal, excuse me. McDougal buttressed by Eberhardt. Eberhardt knocked to his fists as this puck is put wide of Lynham. Lesak down low. Underneath the skates of Eberhardt. Eberhardt up to center. Micah Gill, the alternate captain, puts McCarthy into his own bench as USC is making a line change. Lynham, meanwhile, making a glove save. And Lynham made 33 saves and turned aside all 3 USC shooters in the shootout the last time he faced the Panthers. Those 33 saves, a season high. Lebo guilty of icing. And the USC coming into enemy territory has tilted the ice a bit here in the early goings. Ribstein off the face-off win for Mount Lebanon defensively, gave it up to one of the Panthers. Yealy gets his stick tied up as this puck ricochets off the boards and up to the left point. Rankin behind the net, out in front for Muco, and Ribstein leads a 2-on-1 for Mount Lebanon. Ribstein with speed. Ribstein trying to go around the man McCarthy, but McCarthy stuck right with him, and Laurent covers. Laurent coming off a 28-save victory against North Allegheny that kind of stopped the bleeding last week for Upper St. Clair. They were mired in that long losing streak. Puck takes a funny bounce off Laurent out in front. That was Bias trying to do something cute from the corner. In the far corner now for USC is Justin Schuster, the freshman. Out in front it comes, and Bias forces a save from Laurent, his first of the night officially. Up the boards it comes now to Bonomo. Beyond the reach of Rory Shigan-Sanowski, the alternate captain. Both teams changing lines in midstream here as Lesak plays it at center for USC. Bell gets it beyond the Mount Lebanon stripe. Pressured from behind is Lane. Lane up ahead to Ben Curda. Curda lost it to Lesak. Lesak lost an edge. No harm done as Adam McFeely has it for the Panthers. McFeely down low with under 10 to go in a scoreless first period. Out in front, Lesak shooting and missing. Oh, he had that one teed up, from the off wing, but couldn't hit the target. Bell trying to throw it to Caden Lang, but threw it to the wrong shoulder, and so USC gathers it in defensively as Lane tries to line up Nevin Shigan-Sanowski for a check. Sanowski playing it deep in his own zone to McCarthy, his defensive partner. McCarthy through center. And McCarthy had one of his better games of the season in a losing effort between these clubs back at the beginning of January. A goal and an assist for the senior blue liner that night. His sister Kayla, a prodigy in the PIHL girls division last spring. One of the top goal-scoring newcomers in the girls circuit in 2023, representing Team Central. Chance the other way for Ribstein. Ribstein gets there first and puts it off the side of the net. Klasnick out in front. It ricochets back to the point for Williams. Williams to Klasnick looking for a deflection. Nothing doing. Jacob Lehman in the corner. Blue Devils try to get a cycle going. Klasnick knocked off that puck by Shigan-Sanowski. Rory Shigan-Sanowski, that is. Lehman to center. Panthers get it deep as we've passed the midpoint of period one. Nothing doing for either team. Outlet pass for Bonomo. Bonomo over the attacking line. Lost the puck. Offerman gave it away to one of the Panthers. That's McCarthy. McCarthy deflects on goal. He scores! Ryan Bonomo has Pac-Man fever as he pings it in between the leg pads of Quinn Lynham, and Upper St. Clair strikes first with 7:50 remaining in period one. Oh, we told you Eli Rankin needed some help from his supporting cast offensively, and he gets it in the person of junior forward Ryan Bonomo, his 7th of the season. Well, the muckers and grinders out now for Jeremy Church. Resler, Shin, and Bias as he shuffles his lines with time ticking away in period one.
Assisted by number 16, Paul McCarthy, top goal 750. That's McCarthy at 750.
So McCarthy now with 11 points on his senior season as it comes out in front. Krupp tees it up, couldn't shoot it cleanly. It's still loose in front. Lauren never had it frozen. The Blue Devils playing this puck along the side of the net. And it comes eventually to Bias as Bias is knocked off it by Rory Shigan-Sanowski. Oh, great chance to tie there almost immediately for Mount Lebanon, but couldn't get a clean handle on that loose puck in front of Laurent. Krupp from the point. Laurent with a loud save, and the rebound is sent to the boards. Panthers ice this puck with 6:49 to go. Rankin against Klasnick, and Klasnick's going to get waved out in favor of Ribstein. Ribstein coming in with some nice numbers as a senior, 9 goals, 15 points. Gallardini up to Rankin. Rankin, the leading goal scorer for the Panthers, behind the Mount Lebanon net. Rankin left wing circle, shooting a through a crowd, and that's denied by Lynham off Lynham's blocker. 7 of the first 10 shots on goal belonging to Panthers. The Panthers, I should say, including the only one that counts thus far, Ryan Bonomo, his 7th goal of the season. Hard check by Lehman on one of the Panthers in the corner. That was Bucco getting the worst of that one. Side of the net, Laurent was ready at the far post. Panthers clear it. Christian Teta surveys the action. Too heavy for Ribstein. McCarthy threw it to the wrong shoulder of Elisak. Ribstein on goal. Oh, armpit save made there by Owen Laurent. Now, the Blue Devils typically a strong starting team. 22 first period goals coming in it tonight. Second most of the 11 AAA clubs in the PIHL. Upper St. Clair is a team, only 9 first period goals allowed. They've been one of the top defensive teams, conversely, in first periods this season as Lynham forces to face off. That shot blocked from the point off the stick of Nevin Shigan-Sanowski. Bonomo knocked to his knees. Mount Lebanon student section expressing their approval. Eberhardt from his own corner off of one of his teammates. Convenient bounce there for the Panthers with under 5 to go in the period and USC up 1-0. Rory Shigan-Sanowski through a crowd. Same main line, and the rebound is buried at the side of the net. It's 2-0 Upper St. Clair with 4:52 to go in the first period. And it is Luke Fisher who nuzzles that nylon for the visitors. "15 juniors on Dave Stock's team this season, and 2 of them have found the net tonight for USC. Patrick Tetlow forcing the save from Laurent, and the Panthers, give them credit. They're playing like a team, like you would expect a team to play when they've lost 6 of their last 7. They're playing with urgency. They're playing with a lot of raw emotion here in this first period, and they've been the better team in this period against their next door neighbors. Upper St. Clair trying to break out of an extended funk and steal a big 2 points from Lebo here tonight and earn a split of the regular season series between the clubs. Off to a fine start here, leading 2-0 with 4 minutes to go in the first. Connor McQuaid sends it in behind the Lebo goal. Rory Shigan-Sanowski surveys the play. Outlet pass went off the legs of Ribstein. Offerman up for Connor Ribstein. Ribstein chased by Rankin, hits the brakes, shoots it off the blocker hand. The rebound is fanned onto the side of the net. Laurent doesn't have it. Now he does, as play is whistled dead. Gallardini for the Panthers. Toward goal, it's knocked aside by Lynham. Mount Lebanon looking to find its legs here, down by 2 on home ice as Ribstein shoots on goal, and Laurent hangs on. Liam Shin out to take his face-off. This face-off, pardon me. Shin had a goal in regulation, the last meeting between these teams for Mount Lebanon, as this puck deflects wide of Lynham, maybe Mount Lebanon senior. Muko up to Rankin. Rankin around Eberhardt. Rankin drives the goal. Is poke checked from behind by the PIHL All-Star. Shot from the point by McCarthy, never made it to goal. Eberhardt behind his own net. Out for Graham Ressler. Liam Shin off the boards, deep into USC territory. McCarthy with a good pass there to Muko. Given away to Bias. Williams at the left point. Too heavy for Shin. McCarthy has it for USC. Up for Bonomo. One-touch pass, couldn't get it out of his zone. Xavier Bias for Mount Lebanon late in the first period. And now McCarthy takes his time reversing the play for Bonomo. McCarthy one more time after absorbing the blow from Braden Wirtz, watches this go the length of the ice for an icing call against the Panthers. Face off to Lawrence Wright. USC wins it cleanly. Fisher, their latest goal scorer, playing it deep in his own zone. And USC gets it back to center. Offerman off a leg. Gallardini sends it around the boards deep in Mount Lebanon ice. Final minute 25 of first period play with the Panthers up by a pair. Lesak on the off wing, shoots off Lynham's blocker. Drew Lesak, alternate captain, winner of the USC Club's Ryan Malone Award, given annually to the most improved player on the varsity team in 2023. Now Lesak still looking for his first varsity goal this season as it's deflected high and over the bar behind Lynham. Micah Gill up to center. Wirtz, after the collision at center, plays it for the Blue Devils. Late line change made by Jeremy Church as Rory Shigensanowski brings it over the Mount Lebanon line. Good shot block there by Offerman. Klasnick and one of his own mates getting tied up as Aiden Tobin tries to get it deep, and we're going to get a tripping call here, and I think this may go against the Panthers. And Tobin's going to sit. So the Blue Devils get a lifeline late in period one. Some carryover power play time in a period two, barring a late goal here. Upper St. Clair, 82.7% of the penalty kill, fourth in the 11-team AAA classification. Mount Lebanon, seventh on the power play at 19.4%. Entering week 18 of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League season. False face-off. Take two. Blue Devils win it. Panthers clear it as far as the Mount Lebanon blue line. 20 seconds remaining in the period as Shin gains center red. McCarthy lost it to Lehman. To the point it comes for Bias. Bias for Shin. Shin for Klasnick. Out in front it comes. Oh, they try to go to Ribstein. Maybe one too many passes there. But the Panthers are going to be shorthanded by two men. A hooking call coming up. And Rankin can't believe it. It's going to go against Rory Shigensanowski, the defenseman. 2.9 ticks to talk in period one. Jacob Lehman yapping at the USC penalty box as the Panthers are going to be shorthanded by two men for a minute 32. A big moment early in this game for both teams. Shot off the faceoff by Klasnick goes wide. So period one ends with the Upper St. Clair Panthers taking command 2-0 over the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. Lebo will have a minute 29 of two-man power play time with which to work when we begin period two on PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL channel, part of TenbandTV, presented by Valley Brook Capital. Who will win the Penguins Cup? Simple. Whichever team peaks at the right time. The team at Valley Brook Capital is focused on helping you reach your financial peak. Established in 1999 as a small business, Valley Brook Capital offers a comprehensive investment and financial planning services to individuals and businesses nationwide. Their fully customized portfolios are built for you using a holistic planning process designed specifically to meet your goals. Visit them at 538 Valley Brook Road in Venetia or at valleybrookcg.com. The Upper St. Clair Panthers already in because they swept the season series with Cathedral Prep. The Mount Lebanon Blue Devils in with the win as Dylan Yealy drives the net to begin period two and draws a penalty on an angry Sawyer Klasnick. And the Panthers, who lead 2-0, have played damage control here on the penalty kill to begin period two as Klasnick is sent off for holding. So it's a 4-on-3 power play now for the Blue Devils for 65 more seconds. Mount Lebanon in the playoffs officially with a win or a point of any kind here tonight. Upper St. Clair taking a first period lead on goals by Ryan Bonomo and Luke Fisher, just about 3 minutes apart. Lots of open ice for both these teams to work with. 4-on-3 advantage for the Blue Devils as Lehman brings it over the line. Lehman to the point for Ressler. Krupp on goal, save made by Laurent. Bell has the rebound. Bell tees it up. He shoots it off Laurent's blocker and out of play. 39 to go in the 4-on-3. And then it'll be a 4-on-4 for 29 seconds, thereabouts. Clean face-off win by the Blue Devils. Cross ice it comes. Offerman won't shoot it. Goes to Bias. Bias for Ribstein. Ribstein and Bias switch sides. Ribstein trying to maneuver around Gallardini in the closing seconds of the power play. Around the boards for Bias. Bias to the corner. Cross ice for Offerman. Offerman couldn't take the pass. Almost a break for the Panthers. Cross ice pass for Bias, too heavy. Bias has it behind the net and goes to his knees as it's played out in front. The penalty is expired. Blue Devils have this puck, and they give it away to one of the Panthers, and we're going to get another penalty on USC. Oh, boy. You know, the penalty box like Permanis all of a sudden. It's the place to be as McCarthy goes off with 15:25 to go in the second period. High sticking the indication against the USC captain. And so for 23 seconds, it'll be a 4-on-3 power play to the Blue Devils. Again. Krupp for Wrestler. Wrestler, fan on the shot. Coming the other way, shorthanded Yealy. Yealy maneuvers through Krupp. From his knees, plays this puck to the boards. And that should just about do it. Lehman trying to find Krupp on the right wing, but it comes up to Yealy. Yealy leaving it for Rankin, I should say, but Rankin was offside. First period shots on goal, by the way, were 11-5 in favor of Upper St. Clair. Panthers remain ahead where it counts early in this second period as we've got 20 more seconds of 4-on-4 action. Lead pass intended for Shin, broken up by Rankin. Rankin up ahead now for the Panthers. Trying to outmuscle Eberhardt. Ribstein with purpose. Couldn't get around Rankin. Rankin for Yealy. Yealy's shooting. Oh, that was blocked by Ribstein. That was a great play by Ribstein from behind to lift his stick. Lead pass too heavy for Connor Ribstein. And here comes Bias for Mount Lebanon. Bias poke checked. It comes free to Klasnick. Klasnick pinned up against the boards by Yealy. Blue Devils with 35 seconds to go now on a conventional power play. Krupp couldn't keep it in at center point. Klasnick near side. Gave it up to Sanowski. Nevin Sanowski sends it deep and comes off in this penalty killing role here for Dave Stock. Muko retreating, pinned against the boards by Ribstein. And we're back to 5-a-side. Puck pings out in front and Klasnick scores just after the penalty expires. Hit that horn, baby, let's dance. Sawyer Klasnick pulls one back for the Blue Devils with 13:22 to go in the second. His team leading 12th of the season. So it will not be a power play goal for the Blue Devils, but effectively it was, coming just after that last penalty expired. And so we've got a one-goal game now with still a lot of time left. 13:19 to go in the middle frame. Lisak and McFeely just across the Mount Lebanon blue line as that puck goes off the right arm of Lynham. Long save on the long shot by McCarthy by Lynham, the Mount Lebanon senior. Blue Devils send it back to center. McCarthy outletting for McFeely, up to McQuaid, offside. Klasnick from Ribstein and Offerman, the official goal announcement. Klasnick now with 6 points in his last 5 PIHL games, counting tonight, as Lynham covers for a face-off. To center it comes, intended for Resler. Resler reels it in for the Blue Devils to Bias. Bias shooting that one off a skate and deflected to the corner. Panthers trying to work it back to center as Shin pressures his man into the Mount Lebanon bench. Gallardini pinned up against the boards as the puck comes just inside the Mount Lebanon blue line, and we got a penalty that was called on a play that happened at the Mount Lebanon blue line, holding the indication against Krupp, the freshman. And so will the second time be the charm for the Upper St. Clair power play. Holding the official indication. Mount Lebanon coming in with 190 PIMs as a team, third most penalized team in the classification. USC's second power play opportunity of the game. They're 0 for 1 thus far. Lisak on goal, kick save Lynham, the rebound cleared. Panthers still have it. Gallardini reaching for it. And he controls this puck for Upper St. Clair. Gallardini off the side of the post. Lisak, pressured by Eberhardt. Up to the point for Bonomo, who has a goal in this game for USC. Out in front it comes off a skate, and Lynham, wasting no time, covers. 1:12 to go on the minor penalty on Krupp. Wirtz with a face-off win for Mount Lebanon, but unable to clear. McCarthy poke checked by Wirtz at center. Rankin sends it around the boards for the USC power play. Midway through the penalty on Griffin Krupp, the Mount Lebanon freshman, for holding. Near side to Rankin. Down low for Yaley. Up to Rankin. Rankin cross ice for McCarthy. McCarthy fakes. McCarthy looks, McCarthy shoots, save made Lynham, rebound side of the net, pushed away by Tetlow. Yaley has it, out in front. Good coverage there provided by Sam Eberhardt as Lebo gets a clear. Oh, funny bounce there right in front of Lawrence, exposed net. No harm done. 20 to go in the power play. Broken stick on the ice, picked up by one of the officials as Shin has it at center for Mount Lebanon. Blue Devils going 2 for 2 on the PK. Give away to Resler, and Resler nuzzles that nylon. Just rockin' fire for Graham Resler, and the sophomore scores for just the second time this season to tie the game at 2 with 10:08 to the ice cut. A bad turnover by the Panthers right down the middle of their own zone, and the underclassmen made them pay. Mount Lebanon not scoring on special teams per se, but using momentum generated by good special teams play to pull even here early in the second period. As this puck is played in front of Lynham and cleared by one of the Blue Devils. Christian Teta trying to get it out of his own area. Chin picking up the only assist on the wrestler goal. Again, it's wrestler's second of the year. Cross-ice pass for Bias, unable to take the bouncing puck. Flings it to the opposite side for Klasnick. Ribstein pinching. Panthers clear it, but they don't get far as Offerman was standing right there. Here's Bonomo now for USC. Bonomo makes his move and shoots it wide off the glass. USC changing on the fly. Panthers from behind their own net. Up to center for McCarthy. McCarthy over the attacking line. McCarthy in behind lineup. Rankin, left circle for Yaley. Yaley for Rankin. Center point. Bucco trying to get it deep for USC. It comes free to McCarthy. Eberhard up the boards, not out. McCarthy for Gallardini. McCarthy for Muco. Muco center point. Underneath the glove of Lineman. That might have caught the post as Lineman makes a save from his knees on the rebound. Rankin with the attempt there at the bottom of the right circle. Muco over the line. Drop pass for Rankin. Rankin splits the defense. Rankin trying to crisscross with one of his Panther teammates. Lost the puck in the process, and that allows Eberhardt to Murphy dump this puck deep inside Panther territory. Laurent leaving nothing to chance. 7:32 to go, second period. Upper St. Clair 2, Mount Lebanon 2. Bonomo and Fisher for the Panthers in period 1. Klasnick and Wrestler for the Blue Devils in the middle frame. Blue Devils scoring just as one of their own power plays expired and just after one of USC's had expired. McFeely called for a hand pass with 7:13 to go. Face-off coming back into neutral territory just in front of the Mount Lebanon bench. Traffic jam at the face-off dot. Blue Devils have the puck. Here's Tetlow to the corner. Schuster pinned against the glass by Tetlow with under 7 to go in the period. Tetlow out in front. Nobody there to take it except for McQuaid, and McQuaid clears the zone. Icing on the Panthers. USC wins this face-off cleanly as it's forced through center by Amir Al-Salani. Al-Salani trying to drive the net with that puck, but it's sent back to center for Wirtz. Wirtz off balance toward goal. McCarthy got a piece of it. Laurent covers. And it'll be Klasnick against Fisher, who has a goal tonight for USC, to the left of Laurent. Lehman tries to shoot it from the right circle. Too many black jerseys and skates in the way. Al-Salani through center, chased by Klasnick. Al-Salani poke check from behind by the Mount Lebanon captain, pardon me. Lehman trying to outlet it. Caught a piece of Lesak. Now he gets it to Ribstein. Ribstein from the off wing, off the leg of McCarthy, who's hobbled a bit. Near side it comes to Lesak. Up to center for Bonomo. Bonomo gains the red line, slaps it in on lineup. Outlet pass to Jake Lehman. Lehman over the attacking line. Lehman 1-on-2. One of the Panthers lost his stick. And Lawrence going to take his chances with a faceoff. Both these teams with some wounds to lick coming in tonight. The Panthers coming off that rough loss at Peters Township on Tuesday night. Mount Lebanon coming off back-to-back losses after a streak of 5 straight wins, and some pretty impressive wins at that. 13 goals allowed by the Blue Devils in those 2 losses, which was as many as they had allowed during that win streak altogether. Eberhardt off the netting. And so both coaches make wholesale changes before this face-off. To the left of Owen Laurent, PIHL All-Star. USC with some impressive goaltending depth on its roster. Behind Laurent, you've got Timothy Cottrell, who's also a sophomore and a very capable starter someday. Any day, really. Cottrell and Laurent have each had a healthy share of the minutes this season for the Panthers under Dave Stock. Cottrell with 5 appearances unofficially, as compared to 11 total decisions for Laurent. Up to Ribstein it comes. Ribstein's shot is blocked out of play. McCarthy got a piece.
About 10.5 minutes left in Cathedral Prep versus Brawl. Cathedral Prep still with a 3-1 lead. Again, if Brawl wins that game, both teams clinch playoffs tonight.
Klasnick chasing Rory Sheegan-Sanowski behind the USC net as the Panthers bring it to center. Nevin Sheegan-Sanowski sends it behind the Lebo goal. Jake Lehman knocked off the puck. Playing it at center now is Gallardini. Gallardini. Back to Rory Sheegan-Sanowski, who sends it deep inside Blue Devil territory. Ribstein reversing the play for Klasnick. Klasnick icing this puck. Or did he? Officials say play on. Must have hit something on the way in. Flipped up to center by Al-Salani. Panthers reset defensively late in the second period. 3:45 to the ice cut, 2-2 the score. Eberhardt forces the kick save from Laurent. Lane is pressured off this puck. Blue Devils still have it. Shot from distance, glove save, and the rebound cleared out of there by Rory Sheegan-Sanowski. Krupp toward goal, kick save again, Laurent. Lane to the corner for Kurta. Rankin off the boards, up to center. Krupp for Nevin Sheegan-Sanowski. Line him out in front to cover. Around the boards it comes to Sam Eberhardt. USC keeps it alive. Loose puck out in front, cleared by the Blue Devils, but not quite out. Now the net behind Lynham dislodged, so the point is moot. Now we hear the Zamboni warming up beneath our feet here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. That'll happen in 2 minutes, 56 seconds hockey time. Puck in behind the net. Near side for Tetlow. Retreating is Lisek. Lisek for Schuster. McFeely at the Mount Lebanon blue line. McQuaid putting one of the Blue Devils into the boards. That's Tetlow. And Tetlow is hurt. And the Panthers are going to be shorthanded here at the end of the second period. McQuaid's going to go. Cross-checking the indication.
USC penalty number 18, Connor McQuaid. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Top of the penalty, 2:38.
Fourth power play chance of the game for the Blue Devils, who try to erase an offer and take their first lead of the contest with 2:38 left in the second. McCarthy off a face-off win. Couldn't get it around Klasnick. Rory Shigensanowski up the boards off Bias. Bias has it. Bias shoots. It's blocked. Shigensanowski doing yeoman's work to get that puck back into Mount Lebanon ice. A great penalty killing shift by the alternate captain. Ribstein retreating. Ribstein flying through center. Hits the brakes at the edge of the right circle. Drop pass to Klasnick. Klasnick for Shin. Shin down low. That's kicked out of there by Laurent. Dylan Yealy with the rebound. Pressuring shorthanded for USC toward goal. Flips it over top. Quinn Lynham. Midway through the power play for Mount Lebanon. Here's Bias over the blue line. Bias resetting to the point. It comes to Klasnick. Shot pass to Ribstein. That one-timer went wide. Bias to the corner for Lehman. Back to Xavier Bias for Shin now. Oh, good poke check there by Fisher. Klasnick sends it deep as we hit the final minute of second period play. 25 to go in the power play for Mount Lebanon. McCarthy gets to clear. USC continuing to flex on the PK as Ribstein has it. Ribstein shoots, blocker save. Laurent. Shigensanowski around the boards, cut off by Ressler. Here comes Rankin shorthanded in the final 35 of the period. USC 4 for 4 on the penalty kill now as we remain tied at 2. Puck out of play. Now, Mount Lebanon came in with just 36 power play opportunities drawn. That was the fewest in Class AAA entering Thursday night, but now Jeremy Church's team can't say they haven't had their chances to tip the scales on special teams. And the Blue Devils have still done that, generating momentum at the end of a power play and at the end of the penalty kill. Both led to goals, and that's got Mount Lebanon back in this game. Shot from distance off the mask and put just wide off the rebound by Klasnick. Sometimes it doesn't matter how many you score, it's when you score them. 5 seconds left. Out in front it comes. It's still loose. Klasnick looking for it. Side of the net. Laurent there to cover. And so we will cut the ice after a frantic end of the period here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center with a score. Mount Lebanon Blue Devils 2, Upper St. Clair Panthers 2. The Blue Devils officially in the playoffs with a point tonight. We'll see if they get it. After this extended break, I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL channel, part of TenbandTV, presented by Valley Brook Capital. Rankin up ahead, couldn't find that puck, leaves it for Yealy. Yealy 1-on-2 to the net. Had to roll off his stick and in on lineup. Offerman gave it away to one of the Panthers. That's McCarthy. McCarthy deflects on goal. He scores! Ryan, but Offerman gave it away to one of the Panthers. That's McCarthy. McCarthy deflects on goal. He scores! Ryan, but period, and USC up 1-0. Rory Shigensanowski through a crowd. Same main line, and the rebound is buried at the side of the net. It's 2-0 Upper St. Clair. Ribstein with purpose. Couldn't get around Rankin. Rankin for Yealy. Yealy's shooting. Oh, that was blocked by Ribstein. That was a great play by Ribstein. Boards by Ribstein. And we're back to 5-a-side. Puck pings out in front, and Klasnick scores just after the penalty expires. Boards by Ribstein. And we're back to 5-a-side. Puck pings out in front, and Klasnick scores just after the penalty expires. Pressured by Eberhardt. Up to the point for Bonomo, who has a goal in this game for USC. Out in front, it comes off a skate, and Lynham, wasting no time, covers. Blue Devils going 2 for 2 on the PK. Give away to Ressler, and Ressler nuzzles that nylon for Gallardini. McCarthy for Muco. Muco center point. Underneath the glove of Lynham, and that might have caught the post as Lynham makes a save from his knees on the rebound. USC continuing to flex on the PK as Ribstein has it. Ribstein shoots, blocker save. Laurent. Both led to goals, and that's got Mount Lebanon back in this game. Shot from distance off the mask and put just wide off the rebound by Klasnick.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
For over 20 years, groups, families, and individuals have been saving money with the Avia Dental Plan.
For as little as $9.25 a month, members can save up to 50% or more on dental care.
Plus, everyone qualifies, and there is no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Start saving today with the Avia Dental Plan.
Go to getlowcostdental.com or call 1-888-431-2273. Smile. You're with people who care.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented Heads Up Sports Training System. Improve your reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
2 jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino.
Extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
2 jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino.
Extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
suits you. The worst part is I know I'll still be there for you. You'll be there when the sky is blue. Fair weather
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
And special thanks to the Mount Lebanon Hockey Association for being a 2023-2024 fundraising partner of PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV. All fundraising partners get their own page on the TenbandTV website to promote live streams, games on demand, senior nights, and more. Email info@tenbandproductions.com to learn how you can become a fundraising partner to TenbandTV next PIHL season. And if you are a Mount Lebanon supporter, be sure to check out tenband.tv/Lebo Hockey. For those of you who might be tuning in from Baldwin Cathedral Prep on our TenbandTV 2 channel, courtesy of JRM Productions, we welcome you in. Here it's Mount Lebanon Blue Devils 2, Upper St. Clair Panthers 2, as period 3 is underway. Upper St. Clair scoring twice in period 1, courtesy of Ryan Bonomo and Luke Fisher. Mount Lebanon answering with a pair of second period goals, roughly 3 minutes apart from Sawyer Klasnick and Graham Ressler. Ribstein between the circles, shoots, and Lauren doesn't know where it is. It's trapped in his equipment, and so we get our first face-off of the period 26 seconds in. Upper St. Clair playing its last away game prior to the Penguins Cup playoffs here tonight. They'll end the regular season with three straight at home at the Ice Castle. Baldwin, Central Catholic, Cannon Mac on the 15th, 22nd, and 29th. So some chances for the Panthers to make hay and right some wrongs before the postseason, but they want to spoil the party for their arch rivals first here tonight. Mount Lebanon in with one more point officially. Upper St. Clair in by default, basically, because they hold the season series tiebreaker with Cathedral Prep, which is on the bubble entering Thursday. Rory Shigensanowski behind his own net. Out to Bonomo, up to center it comes. Beyond the reach of Teta. Teta gives chase. Al-Salani pins him against the glass. Al-Salani from a bad angle. Lonham covers the near post. Out in front, it's loose and put wide by Al-Salani. To the point. Kept in by Shigensanowski. Nevin Shigensanowski around the boards. And the net dislodged behind Lynham. The Mount Lebanon's played very good hockey on home ice this season. 6-1-1 overall at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Matt Popchock, glad to be back here for another Thursday night doubleheader on PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL channel, part of TenbandTV, presented by Valley Brook Capital. Second period shots on goal favored the Blue Devils as Lina makes a save from his knees and scrambles back into position as the Panthers control the rebound. Shots through 2 periods as this puck deflects wide. We're 17-14 in favor of the Panthers. Teta to his defensive partner Offerman, and too far for bias, icing on Lebo. And that'll bring the face-off to Lynham's left. Turnaround shot, and a good one by Al-Salani. And Lynham had to be ready to make that save. Schuster to the boards for USC. Tetlow trying to play that puck from his knees and does so to Sam Eberhardt. Eberhardt is overtaken by Bonomo. It's loose out in front, scooped up by Williams, but he can't clear the zone. Rory Shigensanowski's shot is blocked. Home run pass intended for Wirtz is instead going to be icing. Now we'll see the Blue Devils next week, 1 week from tonight, in fact, on TenbandTV, as they visit Central Catholic at the Alpha Complex in Harborville at 7 p.m. Bucco off the face-off into the stomach of Lynham. We'll also have the nightcap for you on Thursday the 15th from Alpha as Thomas Jefferson visits Fox Chapel. Couple of playoff-bound teams in Class AA. Ribstein inside USC territory. Panthers will ice this puck early in the third. Next Thursday on TenbandTV 2, another doubleheader from the Ice Castle as Carrick hosts Connellsville in co-op action, followed by Upper St. Clair's next game, the aforementioned tilt with the Baldwin Highlanders. And those games also starting at 7 and 9 respectively. Gallardini from the corner to the point. Bucco slaps it wide. Yaley for Bucco. Bucco through a crowd. Lana made the save. Rebound goes in behind the net. Near side Ribstein as one of the Panthers is injured. And it's Gallardini rolled over on his side. And Nico Gallardini, the all-star sophomore, in some pain as we're stopped with 13:47 remaining in the third period. 2-2 the score. And we'll be right back with more PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL channel, part of TenbandTV, presented by Valley Brook Capital. back to action here as Gallardini was helped off the ice by a pair of his USC teammates, including Captain Colin McCarthy. Upper St. Clair becoming the walking wounded all of a sudden as the Panthers play it behind the Mount Lebanon net. To the point for Nevin Sheegan-Sanowski. Sanowski down low to Yaley. Yaley looking for a man in front. That's Bonomo. Bonomo couldn't shoot it. Offerman got in the way of that. Bonomo steals it for USC. Penalty coming up as Lana makes a loud save. And the Blue Devils are going to be shorthanded here early in the third period of a tie game. Played out in front. Offerman touches. Correction, Ribstein touches. And so the Panthers will go to the power play. USC 0 for 2 thus far as Offerman will sit for high sticking with 13:09 remaining in the third. You might have noticed on the Upper St. Clair bench, Dave Stock, the head coach, on crutches. He's wearing a cast on one of his legs, actually, and it was brought to our attention some time ago. And stick taps to the JRM people for obtaining this information that Stock actually injured himself in an adult league game. So that was a non-PIHL injury suffered by the USC head coach, and he continues to need the use of crutches here. McQuaid shooting wide. Now, I don't think he's going to get any help from Jeremy Church helping him off the ice if the Panthers can steal this one. Still a lot at stake emotionally between these two arch-rival teams in the South Hills, if not standings-wise. Mount Lebanon spoiling senior night for USC back on the 4th of January. Blue Devils trying to sweep the season series tonight and officially clinch a playoff berth. Midway through the Mount Lebanon penalty kill. Teta lost it to McQuaid. McQuaid with 12 to go in regulation to Lisak in the corner. Lisak to the point for McCarthy. McCarthy through a crowd wide of line, and the rebound controlled by Eberhardt, but he can't clear. And a hard elbow on one of the Panthers near side. That's Lisak getting the worst of that blow from Wirtz as the puck is in behind the Blue Devils net. 20 to go in the USC power play. Up to the point it comes from McCarthy. McCarthy brought it outside the line. Jeremy Church saw it just as well as pretty much everybody in the house did. The Blue Devils catching the Panthers offside. And in case you didn't hear, Austin McLean, Cathedral Prep victorious over Baldwin over on TenbandTV 2. So the Ramblers remain on the bubble. Rankin between the circles, off balance, shot, he scores! Eli Rankin with the PPG for USC. 3-2 Panthers, 11:05 remaining, third period. Rankin's 4th power play goal of the year and team leading 15th marker overall. Rankin had a goal and an assist the last time these teams met, and he's got a big one in a big spot here for the Panthers. Bonomo hit from behind by one of the Blue Devils as he gets this puck around the boards. Rankin colliding now with Offerman. Out in front it comes, off a skate. Rankin in behind the net. Rankin wrapping it around, couldn't finish the play. Shanowski in on line, who makes the save. So the work that Mount Lebanon did to get back in this thing undone by the Panthers' leading scorer, Eli Rankin. That puck out of play off the protective netting. And Mount Lebanon signaling to the on-duty EMT who was attending in the locker room to Nico Gallardini, the USC locker room, that is. And now Brian Offerman, who was injured seemingly moments ago, will get medical attention of his own in the Mount Lebanon penalty box. That's a busy night for that EMT. Fierce puck battle in front of the USC bench, won by the Blue Devils. Al-Salani takes it over for USC. McCarthy, Murphy dumping to the Mount Lebanon blue line. Teta settles it down. Bucco to Fisher. Lead pass to Bell. Bell left wing side for Mount Lebanon. Dropping for Lane. Out in front it comes from Bucco. Teta around his own boards for Bell. Bell gave it up to Al-Salani. Every shift, every puck battle so important now with the Blue Devils trying to officially punch their ticket to the postseason, and one of them appears to be shaken up a bit. Now that's Teta in the corner, who was moving slowly as the Blue Devils play this puck up the boards, but not out. And Mount Lebanon now going to go to the power play as one of the Blue Devils was knocked down in the corner. Eberhardt was the aggrieved party. A fifth power play chance in this game for Mount Lebanon as McFeely is sent off for cross-checking. Now, no time like the present for the Blue Devils to right the wrongs on their power play. Down by a goal with 9:10 to go in regulation, needing one more point to clinch a playoff berth. Near side it comes to Klasnick. Klasnick for Lehman. Lehman for Bias. Flag down by Shigen-Sanowski. Bias, side of the net, too heavy for Klasnick. Klasnick for Ribstein. In the corner it comes, out in front of Shin, side of the net, trying to go back to Klasnick. Rankin got in the way of that. Shot from a bad angle, save Laurent on the attempt by Ribstein. Midway through the third, 3-2 in favor of Upper St. Clair. To the point it comes for Klasnick. Klasnick on goal. Good save there by Laurent off the hard snap shot from 50 feet by Klasnick. Blue Devils have it behind the net with a minute to go in their power play. Lisak couldn't clear the zone. Shin for Bias. To the corner comes. Now back to Bias. Bias down low. It'll come back to Bias. For Shin. Cross ice for Bias. Bias toward goal. Kick save, rebound. Bias out in front. Couldn't beat Lawrence a second time. Panthers clear it. 30 to go in the minor on McFeely. Ribstein dancing through center. Ripstein on the backhand save. Laurent. Kurta unable to force the turnover. Panthers clear it, trying to spring Rankin shorthanded. And Rankin has it now for the Panthers. Rankin, that shot blocked. Panthers 5 for 5 on the PK, and they just drew another penalty on the Blue Devils as Yealy was knocked down. Once again, it's not always how many you score, it's when you score them. Tripping the indication against Klasnick, the Mount Lebanon captain, who has a goal in this game for the Blue Devils. Now the go-ahead goal by Rankin that made it 3-2 USC, not officially being scored as a power play goal, which perhaps is another mystery for another time as the Panthers operate here. Bonomo putting it off the blocker of Lanham with 1:35 to go in their ongoing power play. Klasnick sitting. Panthers trying to salt it away here against their next door neighbors and earn a split of their regular season series. McCarthy for Rankin. Rankin's shot blocked. Eberhardt taking one for the team. Rankin backpedaling behind his own goaltender. Speeds past Tetlow. Eli Rankin out in front. One-timer put just wide. Oh, Chase McDougall put everything he had into that, but didn't hit the target. Under 6 to go in regulation. USC 3, Lebo 2. Panthers still on the power play for 40 more seconds as this puck goes out of play behind. Blue Devils win the faceoff but can't get it clear. Al-Salani from the edge of the left circle. Al-Salani dumps it off to Lisak. Cross ice for Rory Shigensanowski. For Al-Salani, that shot is smothered by Lanham. That was actually Lisak firing that puck, I believe, with 22 to go in the Panther power play. And a pregnant pause as the on-duty EMT retreats to give Offerman further medical attention. To the point, good keep by McCarthy. Down the boards it comes to McQuaid. McQuaid again, firing off the body of Eberhardt. Final seconds of this USC power play. Panthers lead 3-2 late in regulation. Shigensanowski. And this time Lanham holds off the long-range shot from McQuaid. Blue Devils back to equal strength. Now the goal by Rankin, as I said, not officially being scored as a power play goal. Officially being put down as a goal at 5:51 of the third period, which would have been the exact moment that the penalty to Brian Offerman at the time expired. So that answers that question as the Panthers score on the one-timer. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Ryan Bonomo puts Mount Lebanon's party on ice, perhaps, with 4:35 to go in the third period. The Panthers burn the Blue Devils, pardon me, with their transition game. Bonomo, his 8th of the season. And now USC has some breathing room late in the third period. And we see Jeremy Church with 1 foot at the edge of the Mount Lebanon bench. Yili and Rankin pick up the assists on the second Bonomo goal of the evening. Now, how soon is Lynham going to come off, we wonder, knowing that the Blue Devils need 2 to tie and only a point to qualify for the playoffs. McQuaid overtaken by Klasnick. Eberhardt gets it deep. Shigan-Sanowski to the corner. Slap shot by Ribstein was blocked. Eberhardt rocks and fires, and that goes wide. Up it comes to Williams. Williams toward goal. That was blocked by Shigan-Sanowski. He is such an elite shot blocker, if nothing else. Rory Shigan-Sanowski, the USC alternate captain. Klasnick pressuring, forces the giveaway. Bouncing puck, played in on Laurent. Laurent covers the rebound. 3:11 to go, third period. USC with a 4-2 lead. Kurt at center. Rankin with that puck. Rankin across the line. Rankin behind the net for Bonomo. Bonomo pinned against the boards by Teta. Rankin up to McCarthy. McCarthy through a crowd. Not sure if Lynham got a piece of that or not. In any event, it went wide. McCarthy from his own blue line for Rankin. Rankin for his defensive partner, Schuster. Up to Bonomo. Bonomo double teamed as this puck goes off the netting. Panthers were in the middle of a line change behind the play. Blue Devils going to change things up as well. And Jeremy Church will use his timeout with 2:20 remaining in regulation. And is this going to be it for Quinn Lynham? Let's see. Well, I gotta say, when Rankin scored in the third period, I did not necessarily see Offerman leave the box yet. So selfishly, if I'm scoring that goal, I gotta give Rankin a power play goal there. But that's me. I wonder if Tom Halliburton, our new commissioner, would ever actually let me score a PIHL game. I really do have to scratch my head about that. Not as easy as it looks, I can tell you that. Now again, if Mount Lebanon does not prevail tonight, they'll have still 3 more chances to seize their own destiny, visiting Central Catholic next Thursday, then taking on Baldwin and Bethel Park. Dave Hornack, longtime assistant coach and longtime head coach in the PIHL, working under Jeremy Church this season, talking things over with the Blue Devils. Jeremy Church taking over as interim head coach in the spring of 2021, made permanent May 25th of that year. Mount Lebanon has made the playoffs every year under his watch. Panthers win the faceoff. It's sent back into USC territory. Nevin Shigensanowski to the corner. Ribstein above the left circle, off a leg. Lehman for Klasnick. Net empty to our right. Panthers send it off the glass and back to center. Klasnick across the attacking line, trying to lead it on for Offerman, it appears. Actually, Eberhardt. Krupp from distance, that hits something on the way in. Panthers get it clear. Griffin Krupp from inside his own stripe. It deflects to Lisak. Lisak pushed from behind. Lisak double team now as he thought about going for the empty net. Laurent leaves his net to play that puck to Yealy. Yealy up to center. Eli Rankin gonna fire on goal, and he's gonna hit the target. And that's all she wrote for Mount Lebanon. Eli Rankin's second goal of the game is an ENG. Somebody's got to score him, and Eli Rankin just did. 16 goals on the year for the All-Star Junior. Upper St. Clair Panthers 5, Mount Lebanon Blue Devils 2, with 67 ticks to talk. And there goes Lynham back between the pipes. Loose in front. Panthers looking to put some icing on the cake late here as Mount Lebanon counterattacks in haste. Kurt, a left wing circle, wide of the blocker hand of Laurent. A Herculean effort tonight on special teams by Upper St. Clair. A perfect 5 for 5 on the penalty kill. And following their MO of limiting the other team's quality chances, they're one of the teams that has allowed the least shots on goal this season, actually, in Class AAA. Owen Laurent going to pick up his 7th victory of the season, needing to make just 18 saves to do it. So he avenges Tim Cottrell, who took the tough luck loss in the shootout back in January, with a 5-2 victory on the road here tonight. And so the Blue Devils will have to keep that diet pop on ice as the Panthers earn a split of the season series. Upper St. Clair defeating Mount Lebanon at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center tonight by a final score of 5-2. Thank you, Austin McLean, Todd Kazarowski, Kennedy Kazarowski. Thanks for watching and listening. I'm off next week. I will return here February 22nd for Baldwin at Mount Lebanon and North Hills at South Fayette. I will see you next time on Saturday, February 17th and Sunday, February 18th for the semifinals and championship round of the CHMA College Club Hockey Tournament from Palmer Imaging Arena in Delmont. Brian Mitchell and Matt Geico will get you covered next week. Like I said, I'll see you in 2 weeks here on PIHL Hockey Night Live. Final score once again, USC 5, Lebo 2. I'm Matt Popchock, and that's all she wrote from Mount Lebanon, where you've been watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL channel, part of TenbandTV, presented by Valley Brook Capital. Rankin up ahead, couldn't find that puck, leaves it for Yealy. Yealy 1-on-2 to the net. Had it roll off his stick and in on lineup. Offerman gave it away to one of the Panthers. That's McCarthy. McCarthy deflects on goal. He scores! Ryan Offerman gave it away to one of the Panthers. That's McCarthy. McCarthy deflects on goal. He scores! Ryan period, and USC up 1-0. Rory Shigensanowski through a crowd. Same main line, and the rebound is buried at the side of the net. It's 2-0 Upper St. Clair. Ribstein with purpose. Couldn't get around Rankin. Rankin for Yealy. Yealy's shooting. Oh, that was blocked by Ribstein. That was a great play by Ribstein. Boards by Ribstein. And we're back to 5-a-side. Puck pings out in front, and Klasnick scores just after the penalty expires. Boards by Ribstein. And we're back to 5-a-side. Puck pings out in front, and Klasnick scores just after the penalty expires. Pressured by Eberhardt. Up to the point for Bonomo, who has a goal in this game for USC. Out in front, it comes off a skate, and Lynham, wasting no time, covers. Blue Devils going 2 for 2 on the PK. Give away to Ressler, and Ressler nuzzles that nylon for Gallardini. McCarthy for Muco. Muco center point. Underneath the glove of Lynham, and that might have caught the post as Lynham makes a save from his knees on the rebound. USC continuing to flex on the PK as Ribstein has it. Ribstein shoots, blocker save. Laurent. Both led to goals, and that's got Mount Lebanon back in this game. Shot from distance off the mask and put just wide off the rebound by Klasnick. Sawyer, Klasnick, and Graham Ressler. Ribstein between the circles, shoots, and Laurent doesn't know where it is. It's trapped in 20 to go in the USC power play. Up to the point, it comes from McCarthy. McCarthy brought it outside the line. Jeremy Church, the bubble. Rankin between the circles, off balance shot, he scores! To the point, it comes for Klasnick. Klasnick on goal, good save there by Laurent off the hard snapshot from 50 feet by Klasnick. For Shin, cross ice for Bias. Bias toward goal, kick save, rebound, Bias out in front. Couldn't beat Laurent a second time. Speeds past Tetlow. Eli Rankin out in front. One-timer put just wide. So that answers that question as the Panthers score on the one-timer. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Yealy up to center. Eli Rankin gonna fire on goal, and he's gonna hit the target. Looking to put some icing on the cake late here as Mount Lebanon counterattacks in haste. Curto left wing circle, wide of the blocker hand of Laurent. Upper St. Clair defeating Mount Lebanon at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center tonight by a final score of 5-2. Thank you, Austin McLean, Todd Cass.